Getting tired of identity politics? I'm Brian Lilley with TheRebel.media. Do you ever get tired of politicians trying to court groups based on which group they identify with, be it ethnic group, religious group, what have you? All the political parties do it, but today I'm going to single out Justin Trudeau and the Liberal Party. April 2nd is known as Pope John Paul II Day in Canada. It was a motion passed by the House of Commons a couple of years ago. It's not even widely celebrated by Catholics, who are just going to know the day as Holy Thursday. But it was passed, and so therefore there must be a press release to go with it. Well, here's what Justin Trudeau had to say about Pope John Paul II Day. He shared our Canadian principles of liberty and fairness and worked tirelessly to encourage people of all faiths to work together to create a world unified by hope and peace. It is for these reasons that Liberals at both provincial and federal levels have been instrumental in ensuring his official recognition in Canada. On behalf of the Liberal Party of Canada and our parliamentary caucus, I encourage all Canadians to live according to the values of freedom and peace. Values that were so strongly championed by Pope St. John Paul II during his lifetime. And here's the problem with that statement. Pope John Paul II wouldn't even be welcomed in the caucus led by Justin Trudeau and his Liberal Party. He would be forced out. He would be denounced. Why? Because he was also strongly pro-life, something Justin Trudeau says you can't be. This is also a party led by a man who, despite claiming to be a Roman Catholic himself, has called the teachings of his own church repugnant, repulsive. He said that these views don't have a place in Canadian society, and yet on the day that Canada is supposed to be recognizing Pope John Paul II, he's sending out a news release talking about how he's great, but he only speaks in these vague terms. Like I said, all the political parties will play this identity politics game. Few of them are actually interested in finding out what we as Canadian individuals want. Few of them are interested in championing individual liberties. They want to try and pigeonhole you into a group and then find a way to get your vote. Look, I get it. It can be an effective campaign technique and it works, but isn't it a little repulsive to constantly be courted this way? To constantly try and have your vote bought this way? And isn't it doubly repulsive that it's done in relation to a man who did live by principle? Pope John Paul II was a man of principle. He was a man that fearlessly fought against communism. That's something that Trudeau acknowledges, but he's also a man that was fearless and dedicated to the issue of fighting issues like abortion and euthanasia and capital punishment. Well, the Liberal Party only opposes one of those now. They oppose capital punishment, but they're in favor of euthanasia and they're in favor of abortion. So John Paul II wouldn't be welcomed in the Liberal Party caucus, but he's the man that we should look to? It's all very confusing, but it's not meant to make sense. It's just meant to try and get Catholics to say, hey, the Liberals are just like us. Let's vote for them. We need to reject this sort of thinking, this sort of political play, regardless of which party it comes from.